Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your glutton Matt, having some Korean fire noodles today. I'm having 2 packs each of Samyang's black bean flavored noodles and their curry flavored noodles today. And then I also got some fried dumplings and some fried glass noodle wraps to go along with it. Let's start on these noodles, because I know they're going to be hot. I think I'm going to go with the curry flavored first. And they've been sitting a while too, because I've been having a hard time preparing for this meal. So they're going to clump together a bit. There we go. I think, get some of them. Mm. 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 I really like these curry flavored ones, as they're not super spicy either. Mm. But I can already feel my nose running. I wanted to have these noodles because they're actually past their expiry date. They've actually been past their expiry date for quite a while. I don't even know. Let me see. Yeah, January 31st of this year they expired. Oh my gosh, these noodles are just clumped up. I have to like separate them. Because I actually had to cook them separately too, so I wouldn't mix the sauce. So the black bean ones have been sitting longer since, while the curry ones have been cooking. That was a hard thing for me to say for some reason. As confusing as that is. So let's have some of the black bean ones now. Mm. I'm not sure if you can get sick off of expired dry noodles or not. I feel like you can't. I feel like if anything, it might be the sauce that might do it. Mm. Oh, there we go. Big clump. Mm. Let's have some of these dumplings. There we go. Dip it in the sauce. Mm. One of these glass noodle wraps. I have to be careful not to call them grass noodle wraps. When I was like looking it up on the order on the menu and reading it, my mouth kept wanting to say grass noodle wraps. Bit of a tongue twister. Oh, here we go. Mm. They also gave me a few other things that I wasn't sure what they were. Obviously, I know this is going to be kimchi. If not, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to look really dumb on video. But I'm not sure what this is. Pardon my ignorance on Korean food. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments what that guy there is. And what this is. Unless I'm going to figure that out when I taste it. No, I don't know. I like them though. For some reason, they remind me of something from Japanese cuisine. I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't. It feels familiar. Yeah, these things right here. It's like, I feel like I've tasted that before and had that before. All right. yeah, you guys will know if the no video comes out on Sunday whether these made me sick or not. They had to send me to the hospital. Ugh. Come on, Noodles. God knows I've been to the hospital many times in my life. I was actually just thinking back on because people were asking me like to tell stories about my life, so I was like thinking of what kind of stories I could tell people. I have no shortage of hospital stories. I've never been hospitalized for like any big reasons, anything major, thank God. Knock on wood. But definitely a lot of things when I was a kid for sure. Like when I was a kid, I liked to climb a lot. I can get up on things. I remember like one time I was sick. And I, for some reason, like thought I should take it into my own hands to have my medicine, my medication. Like I had some pills or something that my mom put way up on top of a fridge. And I don't know where my mom must have just had to go do something for like 1 minute and just like left me to play and didn't think I'd be able to climb up on top of like kitchen counters and way up on top of a fridge. But I managed it. It's weird because like at the time as a kid, I remember like thinking I was actually taking the right amount of pills. Like in my mind, my child mind, my undeveloped child baby or I don't know how old I was, but my undeveloped brain thought I was taking the right amount of pills, but I guess I took way too many. So my mom had to take me to the hospital to get my stomach pumped. I was like way I don't even know how I remember this story because I was like I must have been real young. Like I think I was like not even in school yet because it was like during the middle of the day just at home. That was like very like right before I started school or something. But yeah, I was at the hospital to get my stomach pumped. And I remember being in like laying in a hospital bed and there's another guy brought in beside me. And don't ask me how I know what he looked like or anything, but for some reason I just remember him as being a big guy. Maybe I sort of caught a glimpse of him as they wheeled him past or something, but obviously there was curtains separating us and stuff. But again, too, it's different. Like it's funny how you sort of realize things as an adult compared to how you remember them as a kid. But as a kid, I remember the guy talking about how he ate mushrooms, and I remember like as a kid, I thought he ate poison, like mushrooms he picked off the ground. Hmm. So yeah, I thought he was like a. So as a kid, obviously I didn't use the nicest choice of words, but I thought he was like a big fat guy that got really hungry, and his last resort was to pick some mushrooms off the ground and eat them. But like then you, as you get older, you sort of like realize things, and he obviously was like a guy who like took too many shrooms or something and had a bad trip. That was always just like one of my favorite stories to tell people as a kid. Like I would tell everyone that story. Even now, it's one of my favorite stories. Yeah, I think like what the story I would tell people would be like because obviously at the time I don't even remember as a kid remembering why I was in the hospital that time. But yeah, I'd basically tell people I'd be like, yeah, I had to go to the hospital and the guy there's this big fat guy next to me and he got real hungry and he ate some mushrooms he picked off the ground. That's what I always used to tell people. I love that story for sure. Maybe that's why I remember that memory so well, just because even though I was super young, it's stuck with me in my mind. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. But yeah, I have ton like I oh my god, I was hospitalized so much as a kid, I think. Mm, mm. Oh, My mouth is hot now. Mm. Mm. I think that's my first time having kimchi. And I was told it was an acquired taste, but I actually like it. Like, I don't mind it at all for my first time having it. Maybe just like because I'm so used to eating lots of Asian foods or eating similar things that my mouth is just used to it. I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely that's my first time having kimchi. I hope, like I said, I hope it's kimchi and I'm not wrong. Again, if I am, correct me. And once again, this stuff too, like these noodle things. Those are both dumb. But yeah, like I said too, like I love to climb things as a kid. I remember my sister had like a little play oven or stove, and I remember I climbed on top of that and was like standing on that, and I slipped off and I smashed my lip off the corner. And I split my lip right open, and I need a few stitches for that. The mark is still there, though it's just barely visible. I would never be able to show you guys on camera. I have to like get right up in a mirror to see it still. Mm. To this day, I hate the idea of getting stitches. Like if I cut myself pretty bad and it's bleeding pretty bad, I'll be like, no, I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not getting stitches. I just hate the idea of like taking some really like fine needle thing and like threading it through your skin. It just like freaks me out. I'll like try to like if I get a big cut and it's bleeding so bad, I'll try to like avoid getting stitches as much as possible. I'll just like put so much pressure on there and just wrap it up real good. I'll be like, I am not going to the hospital and getting stitches. Mm. I'm gonna finish off the last of this stuff. Like I said, let me know what that is too. I would love to know. I'm sure I could always Google these things, but I thought it'd be fun if you guys told me. And they're all done. Mm. Mm. These noodles weren't so bad tonight. They weren't like this isn't Samyang's house flavor, I guess. Mm. I'm like going back and forth. I don't know which one I want to have. I'm trying to eat them evenly. So that everything's symmetrical. Otherwise, like I say, my OCD will kick in. I'm definitely trying to incorporate more Korean food in my videos for sure. Expect a lot more of that from now on. Mm. I like those things too. That was my first time having fried glass noodle wraps. Those were good. It's funny because, again, the only reason I got those was because I wanted to be symmetrical. I didn't just want to get the fried dumplings and just have fried one thing on this side. So I had to get two different appetizers so I would have it evened out on one on each side. That was basically my reasoning for that. But there we go, all finished. That was really good. I like those flavors because they're just the right amount of spice. They're not too spicy that it doesn't take away from the actual flavor of the noodles. Like your mouth isn't so on fire that you just can't taste the noodles. Those are some of my favorite ones there. But yeah, that was good. I've actually have a special new. I'm gonna late not right away, but sometime, probably next week or maybe the week after. I have some special noodles coming in the mail that I ordered online that I'm really excited to try. It's gonna be a good video. It's gonna be a challenge. Noodles, not Samyang's 2 times flavored, but Samyang's 3 times flavored spicy nuclear fire noodles. So that's gonna be a big treat. I'm gonna eat 5 packs of those for a challenge. I've already done the 2 times spicy nuclear noodles, but a long time ago. So I don't know how well my mouth is gonna be accustomed to eating spice, but I think it's gonna be a good spicy challenge, and I'm really looking forward to that. Ooh, ooh, a little bit of a burp. Excuse me, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little video there. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't to keep seeing to keep seeing me eat more food like this. The endings of my videos are always the hardest things to say. Watch any of my other videos if you haven't seen them yet. Check out my Instagram and my Twitter below in the description if you're into that kind of thing. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Until then, peace out.